what is the definition of Prem? Before we start Ekadashi. So while we hear Ekadashi Katha, at the end the discussion of Akrura will be, what is the definition of Prem?
There's one definition that's given in the Prem Samput that says that when Prem, there's reason for love to weaken, it not only doesn't not weaken, it gets stronger, so it feeds on the obstacles in the same way that a lion feeds on an elephant. There's other definitions of Prem, but this is one that's given, I think it's quoted from Chaitanya Charitamrita. I'm not sure.
What?
I don't know the verse. I'll memorize it.
The translation?
It has the translation, is that Prem, that there's
so the
reason
Prem
for
is
love to weaken, but it gets stronger.
So if some obstacle is weakening, or apparently it becomes stronger.
Yeah, like if a lover were to catch someone with, and then she's brokenhearted and leaves, then the love isn't so strong because she had some self-interest. She didn't want her lover's happiness at all costs. So
you have a Chaitanya Charitamrita, no? Adi Lila 4:165. That's good. What you said is good. But it's always have to have a Prema Samput of Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur. Good. Adilila 4165. If you know many definitions of love, it's always good. Prabhupada gave one definition, Jaiva Dharma gave one definition, Bhaktivinoda Thakur, Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami gave one, actually that's Rupa Goswami Path, but nevertheless, Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami put it out. King Janaka gave a definition of love. We should know all those. You have it? You can read. Atmendriya Piti, the chapter 4, 165 means 165. Atmendriya Pritivancha Taribalikam Krishnendriya Priticha Dhare Prem Nam. This is one definition of Prem. That when you are looking your enjoyment for your own pleasure, you are endeavoring, you are performing, you are sacrificing, you are mentally, physically, everything for your own enjoyment, that is called lust. But when you are doing for Krishna, desiring to please him, that is called Prem. This is one. Yes? You found it?
Yes.
Atmendriya Pritivancha Taribalikam.
Oh, it doesn't have the...
Okay. The translation?
The desire to gratify one's own senses is kama, lust. But the desire to please the senses of Lord Krishna is prema.
Okay. Now in the purport, everybody must remember the definition of Prem also. Srila Prabhupada gave very nice definition of Prem. We must hear it so that we can remember it. Because in Akrura we will apply this. And if we don't have a Tattvagata Siddhanta understanding very well, we cannot comprehend these pastimes as a experience. Tattva will hold our feeling, and then this sounds like a Hindi movie, Akruras, will really manifest as a transcendental. Without Tattva Siddhanta will be difficult. This verse probably in the purport, Sarvada Dhangsa Rahita Sattapi Dhangsa Karane Jad Bhava Bandhanam Juna Sa Prema Parikirtita. No? That verse is there. When there is ample reason. Please read Prabhupada's translation.
If there is ample reason for the dissolution of a conjugal relationship, and yet such a dissolution does not take place, such a relationship of intimate love is called pure.
Pure. Okay, now without looking at it, can you say it again? Try to word it in your way. This is the definition of pure love. There are many definitions, but there is a common thread in all of them.
If there is a reason to terminate conjugal relationship.
Now you have to change it, not reason. Ample reason. What is ample reason? Thousands, millions, not one time. But that's enough. He did it twice. No. Million times can happen.
Wow.
But love never breaks. Prabhupada put a perfect word, ample reason. So if there is ample reason, then
But
to break the love,
yes,
but
but it doesn't happen.
it never dissolved. I had a love for Krishna, now I forgot. No, this is not possible. Ample reason will be there, and so we should remember this. Another definition is given. Yes, Prabhu.
Where was that citation from? The last one.
It's from Prabhupada's book. Can you say it? Chaitanya Charitamrita, chapter 4.
Adi 4, 165.
It's very nice. Prabhupada put it in the beginning of that. The whole purport is very good.
Was it given by Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami?
Rupa Goswami. But Prabhupada chose it because I looked at Bhakti Siddhanta Thakur is not there. So Prabhupada wanted to establish that point heavily, that if there is ample reason to break the love between the Lord and the gopis or Brajavasis, it can never be possible to dissolve. There is no such thing. But there will be obstacle will come. This is why obstacle comes?
To nourish the love.
To nourish the love, to intensify the love, to make it new. That, in spiritual world, this is Nitya Lila. Last night we were talking. Somebody was disturbed. Was it last night or night before? No, not disturbed, but somebody. You remember, Sita?
Well, disturbed about what?
I said this is Nitya Lila. So how it can be Nitya Lila? Nitya Lila
that
means
was me,
permanent. Oh, that was you. That was you. I forgot. Okay. Now you put these two together. So Putana is not in Golok Vrindavan. Putana in conception over there. They have an idea. There is a big witch. And she comes to snatch my baby. As soon as she thinks, Mother Joshoda, run, where are you? Krishna is just playing. She just grab him and hug him and cry, and Krishna is thinking, she's loving me for no reason. I don't know what it is. You think Krishna knows? Krishna knows everything. He says in Bhagavad Gita, Samaham samatitani vartamanani cha arjuna bhavishyani cha bhutani natumad veda kaschana. He says, I know past, present, future, I know everything, but nobody knows me. Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, right? Saman samatitani, he says that. Vartamanani cha arjuna bhavishyani cha bhutani mantu vedana kaschana. Nobody knows me, but I know everything, past, present, future, and everything. So question is, Krishna knows that Mother Joshoda, why she is doing that right now?
Yes and
No.
Yes and no.
Within his couples.
Everybody agrees? Yes and no or yes?
No, he doesn't know.
Yes.
He does?
He does know.
Yes.
Yes and no.
Yes and no.
So you agree with her?
Isn't it no?
Yogamaya.
His desire is to be covered, so therefore he covers himself. There's Yogamaya and Houdini potency covers the sunbed.
Good. Little more.
That's all I know.
Krishna knows how. Anything he knows how.
Through his will.
Don't just throw, otherwise you will become another non-Gauriya Vaishnava. Become a Gauriya Vaishnava. We are Gauriya Vaishnava. We are follow up Mahaprabhu. Everything is details explained. Nimbark Acharya, he is a great Acharya, one of the Sampradaya, but he did not explain this. So they cannot reconcile everything. They have Sakya, they cannot understand Parakya because the reconcile is not given. Because Mahaprabhu had to give the highest. It's not that Nimbark Acharya doesn't know. We should not think like this. He wanted Mahaprabhu to give the highest. Because Sambit potency stays in Krishna's heart. Every potency, he has unlimited potency. Each potency has a place in his body. Saraswati lives on his lips. On lips, Saraswati. Who else? How do you know? The flute. Flute is the original manifestation of Saraswati. Same Saraswati that you know the knowledge in this world, even material, Karmi, Hindus, they worship Saraswati all the time. Basanta Panchami. When is Basanta Panchami? It's Saraswati Puja. Basanta Panchami is her day. So there is a Saraswati. Every day in every temple, Gauriya temple, ISKCON temple, they worship Saraswati every day. Isn't? Everybody agree? No?
Yes.
Yes, we do. Narayanam namaskrityam naranchaiva narottamam devim saraswatim vyasam toto jaya mudirat. Before they recite Bhagavatam, they say this. I am bowing down to who?
Saraswati.
Narayan, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Naranaran Rishi, then Vyasdev, who compiler of Bhagavatam, then Saraswati. I bow down to Saraswati. Every day, Prabhupada made this. Saraswatim Devim, I am bowing down to Saraswati. Saraswati is that who is the flute original from. It's not a bamboo, but it appears like bamboo. She looks like a bamboo.
Krishna's flute.
Krishna's flute. Krishna loves her so much because he's feeling. Feeling and relationship is ignited by the Sambit potency. Jasyaste hridaya sambit. The verse says in Nishingadev Purana, it says that hridaya, in the heart, Lord's heart, the feeling and relationship manifest as a Sambit Shakti. She resides there. But she is not ultimate. She is not ultimate. When she comes, say she comes in front of Krishna, and Ladini potency, Radharani manifestation comes, she subordinate, immediately surrendered to her. That's why all-knowing potency does not work with Krishna. Even though he knows everything. Yes, through her he knows himself as a God. How Krishna knows himself as God? This knowing potency is the Sambit potency, all-knowing potency. But when Ladini potency comes, she is servant. So Ladini covers, she has no power anymore. She has a power but is not visible. So that time Krishna doesn't know how to climb down from the bed. All-knowing power of God, fearful, make the whole universe traumatized. As a Bamundev, Tribikram, the whole universe was paralyzed. How is possible he forgets? How? Explain, please.
He forget, although he's all knowledgeable.
No, you have to use the Shakti.
Okay.
Don't just say Krishna is him.
Okay.
It is him, but we have to see through the Shakti.
Through Samvit Shakti, he's all knowledgeable. However,
Like what? Like what? Example. He knows himself as God. He also knows you in Alachua praying to him. How you'll know otherwise? He knows through the Sambit Shakti that Alachua, one devotee is praying to me right now, and he also knows I am a Paramatma, I have to give him blessing. I am the deity in his room, in his house, I am going to give blessing through my that form. He knows everything through her. This is called Sambit. But Sambit is not ultimate boss. Not a bad way. Boss is a good word or bad word?
Depends on the usage.
Okay, never mind. Just don't use the word. Because Radharani is Ladini Shakti. Ladini means, it says in Chaitanya Charitamrita Adi Lila, same chapter. Ladini karai Krishna ananda sadan, Ladini ka dhara kore bhaktero posan. Ladini is supreme. Why? There is a famous verse in Adi Lila. Oh, so nice. Ladini ra sara. Gaur Govinda Maharaj used to chant every day before he speaks. Ladini ra sara prema, prema sara bhava. This is his tone. And I learned it because of like this. It's very sweet. Ladini ra sara prema, prema sara bhava. Bhavera parama kasta namo mahabhava. O mahabhava sarupini Sirada Thakurani Sarva Guna Khani Krishna Kanta Siromani. It's a Sanskrit verse, but he makes it into poetic, like, so you can remember easy.
Do you understand?
Then he goes like this. Do you understand? No. He, not just this, actually somebody told me he really hit it. But he did the biggest thing in New Vrindavan. They used to have these robes. They used to have robes, everybody. Jesus statue was there, Prabhupada had a robe and a crown. Barshana Maharaj, when he came, he was there. So Barsana Maharaj came for lunch. Whenever he comes to Alachua, he comes to see me for lunch. So he came and so I was saying, what is your experience of this Gaur Govinda Maharaj? So I got to tell you. We are like scared because everybody had a robes. You know, you go to Mangalarti, everybody has a robe, like a Christian robes or something. So Srila Gaur Govinda Maharaj comes, first thing he says, who is this? I said, this is Prabhupada. No, this is not Prabhupada. Who is this? This is Prabhupada. No, this is not Prabhupada. What is saffron sannyas? Well, this is a Western form of Prabhupada. Who tell you this? Change it now! And he would not move. He would not give class. They had to change the robes. They had robes instead of Prabhupada's sannyas dress.
Didn't they have him like with a big crown too?
Yeah.
He was like Henry VIII, didn't he? And I've seen a picture, I think, of that.
Oh, that was going on. Anyway, I don't want to go too much details, but it was very nice. He was so happy. He was very happy. Some people liked it, some people got scared, some people didn't like it, so it was like a mixed mess. But Srila Barsana Maharaj appreciated so much, he said he didn't have a power to really... And he was just praying that someday somebody will come and just really change it, and it did. Now he's like a normal. Prabhupada has a sannyas dress just like the way he was. I mean, he's a king, you can say, but don't dress him as a king. He's a king, Maharaj. Maharaj means king. That's all right. So, what we are talking? Ladini potency. So, Ladini potency, when presence in front, then she forgot that who is praying, what is going on, everything Ladini manages. But Sambit is never lost. We should never think that Sambit is... He is always aware, every devotee's prayers. This is true. So,
yes and no.
He knows or not? Yes, he does. Sambit potency is always there. But Yogamaya does not allow him to know unless it is necessary. Srila Prabhupada says in Hare Krishna Mahamantra chanting lecture, on that MP3, that section you will see, that God should be addressed by his energy. He always says this. God should be addressed. That's why we chant what? Krishna, Krishna. No, we chant Hare Krishna. We don't say Krishna. Hare Krishna. You address Lord through his energy, through his potency. This is basic necessary. Hare is also Radha, but don't address first. First you think that you cannot invoke. In true sense, in reality, Krishna is ever without Shakti?
No.
Never. If anybody ever see Krishna without Shakti, he is a Mayavadi or Jnani. It exists in Maya's world. They imagine God is there, like this. Okay. So another definition of love is Anna vilasita sunnam jena karma dhyanarvitam anugulyena krishna anusilanam bhakti. In that verse, 3 intrinsic and 3 extrinsic. What are the 3 intrinsic, Lolita Didi?
The intrinsic. That true Krishna Prema is based on love for God without any motivation for karma, gyan.
That's not intrinsic.
Oh.
You're going to extrinsic. Intrinsic means, first thing is, who's this for?
Krishna.
Exclusive pleasure for Shri Krishna. This is number 1. Number 2, anukulyana. Favorable attitude is required. Means give up all the material desire by invoking spiritual desire. You cannot give up the desire, but you must bring the desire. It has to be in favorable. And number 3, anushilanam. Anushilanam means cultivation of activities. Without activities, you cannot exhibit the love. Means there has to be activities. And that activities manifest in 3 ways. What are those? Mind, body and word.
Speech.
So, and then extrinsic 3. What are those? It should not be covered. Bhakti is not covered
Karma.
by karma, by
Jnana.
jnana, by yoga, etc. What is karma? What is karma?
Activities.
Huh?
Fruitive activities.
Not enough.
Like you desiring the results of your actions.
Good. So you have to say it like this. Don't just say fruitive activities. Say, so long I have a desire to enjoy the action and the result of action, that is karma. Gyan. Gyan.
Knowledge aimed at impersonal liberation. Trying to realize one's identity as Brahman.
Everything you have to give positive and negative. We are growing. We cannot just take little bit of one place. Those who are accepting impersonal aspect of Bhagavan without Shakti, not accepting Bhagavan, Bhakta and Bhakti, they will develop an idea to merge. That is called Jnana. If you just say they want to merge, that's not enough. You follow? That is true also. You follow?
I understand what you're saying.
But you have to say positive and negative both. They don't accept eternal existence of Bhagavan's form. That's why they are bad. Because it is eternally there. Bhagavan is eternally there with a form. If we only say they accept impersonal, that's not enough. We have to say they deny the other three. They accept the negative side. So this is called Jnana. Yoga. When you want to renounce the material enjoyment and progress towards Jnana, but you find a loophole to enjoy, beat the system.
No seva.
No seva, so that time yoga idea developed. There was no yoga idea before in this world. So like this. So this is devoid. Another definition together? Yes.
Just have a question with that verse, because it says that it's only exclusive for Krishna's pleasure. Is it always for Krishna's
Yes.
pleasure?
Bhakti means for
So
him.
where is Mother Yashoda in this definition?
Mother Yashoda is in that definition. You mean pleasure for Mother Yashoda?
No, because she's not only doing everything for Krishna's pleasure.
Yes, she is doing everything only for Krishna.
Even if he's not happy, it's pleasure too.
100%.
Okay.
I can prove you can tell me any story.
No, just wanted to know.
Okay. It is only for Krishna's pleasure. Even she gets angry for his pleasure only.
Prabhu,
Yeah.
it's from Naveen.
Prabhu asked me to remind him these two things tonight. Sputa and Bibam. Wow. You should tell him it's not a Bibamsha, it's a Mimamsha. There's some new Sanskrit word I never heard of. Where is he? Tell him to come here.
He said he might not be able to come, that's why I told him.
Then he will miss it. Good luck. So this is one definition. Another definition together, I mentioned many times. Everybody together. When a true lover always very, very attentively and careful about the desire of his or her beloved. Never mixes own desire. That is pure love. So one definition Mother Ekadashi read from Prabhupada's book. What was that? Can you repeat it again in your word? See, you repeating 3 times, you will not forget. And if you don't repeat, you will forget.
When there is ample reason to end the conjugal relationship, but it doesn't happen, then that love is pure.
Good, very good.
Does it have to be conjugal relationship?
Conjugal means the union between the lover and
I
beloved.
understand.
Conjugal doesn't mean only husband and wife.
Prem is always applicable to conjugal relationship?
No, you think conjugal means men and women?
Correct.
No, conjugal is not only that. Conjugal means everybody is Shakti. Krishna is the Shaktiman. He is the only man. There is no 2 men in Vrindavan. It's only 1 man. Right?
Okay.
Only one Purusha.
Is Sakyaras.
Oh, you're talking about the Rasa. Rasagata Vichar is different. But here, Shaktigata Vichar. Everybody is subordinate to Krishna. Krishna alone is God. Everybody is, we should say, Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Thakur says, Sri Krishna is the only absolute enjoyer. As for everybody else, to be enjoyed by him alone. This is his fourth instruction out of 24. Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Thakur, heavy. Even Balaram confessed this. Prabhupada says this. In one lecture, Prabhupada says, even Balaram says, Ekala Ishwar Krishna sab vritta jare jai chena chai toi che karanitya. He quoted that verse.
Bengali.
So I had a doubt. I said, how did Prabhupada says this? He knew Bengali. Maybe, of course, Balaram is God. He must knew Bengali. But this Prabhupada says, Prabhupada says that Balaram quoted these verses. Wow, very good. I never knew that. But everything is possible. Because he can see it, I cannot. Because I'm thinking he is a Brajavasi and a Bengali is Nityananda Prabhu, not Balaram. But everything is possible. So Balaram says that, including me, only a servant to Krishna. Krishna is the only God to me. But problem is Krishna doesn't declare. This Bhagavad Gita declaration is a very rare book. Exclusively rare that Krishna really declared that I am the enjoyer. 924. He says you will fall down if you don't know this point. You have the Bhagavad Gita, right? Aham sarva jagyanam bhakta cha prabhureva cha tena abhijananti tattena chabbanti te. If you do not know me, the only enjoyer, and aham sarva jagyanam bhakta cha prabhureva cha, and I am the enjoyer, then you will fall down.
What is it?
He does not say like this directly that you will fall down to this world. 924. This verse is very heavy. Other places he says, I am Supreme God. That's all right. But he does not say you will be finished. Here he declared directly saying, hey, listen to me, who I am. If you don't believe it, you will fall down immediately. This is like a heavy threatening. No, what is it? Warning. You can say threatening, no?
Yeah.
It's a threat.
You don't believe me, I am the supreme enjoyer, you will fall down.
That's a threat.
That is threat. Yeah, threat.
I am the only enjoyer and the only object of sacrifice. Those who do not recognize my true transcendental nature fall down.
Wow.
That's it. Krishna says like directly, you will say you will fall down. So don't ask when we fall down, why fall down. This is it. You don't know his supreme. This is very true. Whoever it is, doesn't matter. They have to come to this conclusion that Krishna is the only enjoyer, absolutely. Even Balaram, even Narayan, Krishna is enjoying through them. They hold Krishna in their heart to enjoy their activity, even though they are God. In Chaitanya Charitamrita, Advaita Acharya's, when is that? Saturday. Next Wednesday, we want to discuss a little bit of Advaita Acharya. Is that okay?
Yeah.
We want to discuss chapter 6. If you can read the whole chapter, it's not a big deal. Just do it every day. 50 pages. Adi Lila. Oh, I'm sorry. Thank you. Adi Lila, chapter 6 is Advaita Acharya. Who is Advaita Acharya? In that chapter, so many secrets given you will not believe. No Hindu, even Vaishnava world doesn't know. Only we know. Mercy of Prabhupada and Mahaprabhu. In that chapter he says, you have the Chaitanya Charitamrita, you go in chapter 6, 111 or 11, those number 108, 110, 11, those are not just a joke number. Every chapter in Bhagavatam also has a special verses on this. I never thought that. Dravida Prabhu said he was searching one time. Why this 111, 108 are special number? Actually there is a famous verses all are. 108 is what? What is 108? We say our Guru, every day Mangalarti we chant this. Sometimes even I chant in the temple, we say Jayam Vishnupad Paramahansa Parivraj Acharya Ashtuttara Shata. 108. What is 108?
108 qualities, no?
108 realm of Lord Krishna's internal associate, and we see that our Guru is directly facing to Radha Krishna. Radha Sanmukha Sangsakti Sakhi Sangha Nivasini Tamham Satatam Bande. This verse Raghunath Das Goswami quotes very nicely, that Guru who entered into 108. We say this every day, right? After Mangala, everywhere, after Guru Puja also we say Jayam Vishnupad Paramahansa Vibrajagacharya Ashtottara. Ashtottara. Why Ashtottara? 108. Because of 108 like this. You found it, there is one, I don't know if 111, 12, 13. You say the verse goes like this. Avatar Ganesh Sab Bhakta Bhav Adhikar Bhakta Bhav Haite Sukh Adhik Sukh Nahi Yaar. All the incarnation has a right to enjoy as a God. Every God is enjoying as a God. But that's not the highest happiness. The highest happiness for God to serve God, Krishna. You'll never find any scripture say like this. Only Mahaprabhu's secret.
This is high talent.
It is secret. Did you find it, Mother?
Well, it says all the incarnations are entitled to the emotions of devotees.
Yes.
There is no higher bliss than this.
Wow. All incarnation is entitled to
Desire.
emotion of devotee. And there is no higher than that. If you read a sloka before, after this, you will say, wow, well. So God actually does not enjoy as God to the highest degree. He can enjoy as a God for a little while. But if he wants more enjoyment, then he has to come as a devotee. Krishna is the only Supreme Lord. This is not a fanaticism. This is the reality. We must come to this conclusion. Why we love Krishna. We have to love Krishna. There is no option. Even Narayan, even Advaita Acharya fighting with Lord Chaitanya. Why? Lord Chaitanya said, no, I am going to worship you. No, I am going to worship you. They are fighting. In this world, this is not a problem. Everybody wants to be worshipped. But the God is fighting to another God to worship. Yes, Prabhu.
There's one point I still couldn't figure it out yet. If I'm serving you, for me it's very simple to understand, because I am one entity, you are another entity. But when we talk about Krishna, he is himself in all the incarnations. So how he derives pleasure for serving himself in different degrees or levels?
This is two ways to look at it. We can look at from the Ashray Tattva and from the Vishay Tattva. Vishay means object of love. Object of love. Krishna is 100% complete. To who?
Himself.
To himself. For who?
Himself.
For himself. Of who? Of himself. But who is making the evidence? No. Only Srimati Radhika.
Wow, that's beautiful.
Everybody knows that highest object of enjoyment in this world is called rasa. Whether it's a sex or ice cream or nightclub or whatever it is, I don't know, disco dance. What is the enjoyment in this world? Big palace, not palace, big house, beach house. Highland. Or Rolls Royce. No, what is it called?
Lamborghini.
Lamborghini. I don't even know the name. I should remember. Lamborghini is better than Rolls Royce?
No.
Depending.
Okay. Alright, Rolls Royce.
Bulgari.
Huh?
Bulgari.
Bulgari?
Bugatti.
Okay, so what is the enjoyment they are enjoying in the Bulgari? What is the enjoyment?
Status of having a good car.
Sex.
Good. It's a perception. It's a perception.
So it's not
Literally, if you think, Prabhu, you lie down on a gold bed, it's made of gold, no wood, all solid 24 karat gold, not even 23. 100, not even the coin, in America coin they say 999. This is 100% solid gold.
Wow.
You lying down. Once you are asleep, what you are enjoying there? Once you are asleep.
It's hard. So.
When it's comfortable, it's better.
When you're asleep.
Comfortable doesn't come from gold.
Yeah.
Comfortable comes from the what are called Tempur-Pedic Tempur-Pedic mattresses.
It's just knowing that you have something that other people
Correct.
don't have.
Correct. This is enjoyment in envious perception. There is no real enjoyment has anything to do. You are not even body. Your body is satisfied. How long can you sleep on it?
Not long.
6 hours.
6 hours. After that you will be tired, bored. You want to get out. So this enjoyment that we are talking about from the material perspective, these are all reflection. This is not a real enjoyment. What is our real disease in this world?
Impersonalism.
And
We're not scared of Maya.
Forgetfulness of
no.
our
This-
relationship.
Yeah, but what is the this world is, Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says, is also standing on two legs. Misery and temporary. This you cannot deny. So this misery has a one biggest problem is loneliness. Loneliness has a two manifestation called impersonalism and hankering always something more, something, somewhere, somewhere, something, somewhere, some other way. Lacking, all the time. This loneliness is one of the biggest disease every conditioned soul must feel, because it is they are made of. You cannot say no. Like when that boy in England told Prabhupada, I don't feel, Prabhupada said, then you must see doctor right now. Because either you are Krishna conscious pure, then you can say that. Or you are diseased, you need to go to doctor right now.
Wow.
This is a fact. So this is when you are suffering for lacking of money. You need $5,000 by tomorrow morning. And Haridas Prabhu comes and he says, I can help you. I have 5,000 cash. How do you feel?
Ecstatic.
Ecstatic. Is this really ecstatic, or is it filled up the gap of their suffering?
Fill up the gap of suffering.
This is called suffering. We are hearing this example. Do we really see it?
No.
Start seeing it, please.
Okay.
There is no...
So next time we see you, we'll say I'm filling up the gap of suffering. How are you doing?
There is no real happiness. We should, no, really, I'm serious. We should really feel it. There is absolutely no real happiness.
Jiva cannot enjoy. Is that you're saying it? It's just, even though we...
No, we cannot say that. Jivas are constitutionally as an enjoyer too.
Okay.
But they will be, when they are enjoyed by Krishna, is the highest form of enjoyment. Enjoyment we should not give up. But because we cannot give up, we are made of. Prabhupada says in one sloka, he says, Jiva Sukhanisi, pleasure seeking by nature, eternally. You cannot, you are constitutional position to remain happy. Suffering is not our normal. Happiness is normal. That's why it attracts us. So if the material world is made of misery and the jivas are always searching for happiness, what is filling up in the gap? Is the Maya allure activities, false promise. This is called material world. Material world in a sense that it is real, just like the mirror gets the sunlight power and reflects on a dry paper and it burns. Even though the quality of burning not coming from the mirror, but it appears like coming from the mirror. We cannot deny that, right? But the mirror doesn't have a fire. He gets the fire. So material enjoyment is like this. So just like you kill a snake with a stick, and if you don't see the person who is holding the stick, next time there is a snake attack you, and there is a stick, and you are puzzled why the stick is not killing the snake. Stick never killed the snake. No, you are wrong. I saw stick was killing the snake. That's also true. But the person, the Krishna's desire, who is the designer and destiner of every conditioned soul in this world is not focused. Therefore, we will be disappointed. It is not the Maya who is really doing everything. She is a shadow potency. It is Krishna through Swarup Shakti causing Maya to act. Seeing Maya or means seeing a stick. When the snake is there and stick is not killing, we will be disappointed because stick never kills really by its own right. It's not independent. No senses are independent. You have any senses within you that independent?
No.
You may see it, but that is illusion. Because it's the demigod who creates this. 10th canto, 14th chapter, 33 verse. Brahmaji is explaining. He's wrong in a sense. Brahmaji is wrong because our Acharya is saying that. Brahmaji is... Can you read the translation? You have the Bhagavatam. Read the translation like, you think like, is Brahmaji really tasting all the Krishna Prem through the Brajavasi's senses? It appears like this. No, Brahmaji is not wrong. But Brahmaji is overwhelmed. So he's trying to find some hope for him to embrace this place, Vrindavan. So he quoted many verses. If you really go through, some are like he focusing bhakti, some are focusing only jnana, some focusing jnana bhakti. Then he's like, why he's going back and forth? Then he's glorifying highest form of devotion is Braja Prem, which is true. But then he goes back to Jnana Mishra Bhakti because he's overwhelmed.
Wow.
He's overwhelmed. So this is how we have to see it. And this is like a, why Jogamaya allowing him to do this? Because every conditioned soul has this mix. Sometimes you are very, what do you call? Fired up. Enthusiastic. You're going to chant, you're going to bow down to your Gurudev, and I'm going to chant, I'm just going to really chant and follow everything perfect, pakka. All of a sudden, one day you're thinking, well,
let me check my email.
This devotee just invited me to watch a movie, maybe I should go. And then you just gone, 6 hours gone by. You forgot your duty to offer even the bhog to the deity. Why? Because this Jnana Mishra, Karma Mishra is there. That's why Brahmaji went through. You found it, Mata?
No, I can't find it.
10th canto, 14th chapter, verse 33.
Yeah.
14.
Well,
There is
I
14.
think there's 14.
10th canto has a 90 chapter.
But I don't see the verses because it's like
Yeah,
one-
Oh, no need verse, just the translation and
Not
purpose.
on that. It's not there.
Oh,
They
But
don't.
the verses are actually separated by number. It's just
that's all right. You go to 10.14.33.
It's not that one.
So
You have in
go
the-
to the next page.
So anyway, in that verse, when you read it, you'll have a confusion. Is it Brahmaji is telling, how is possible? Now this verse has a very secret. Very secret means your body, right here, there's a 14 demigod in this body. Literally, she's putting her hand like this on her cheek. Actually, she's not. It is Indra allowing her. But she thinks she is claiming. This is the false. We cannot see that. All the demigods, we are interdependent on demigod all the time. I'm moving my finger by the Indra. Actually, Indra is doing it. But I think I take the credit. I'm moving my finger. This is not true. I'm not this body.
10, 14,
I'm not 33. I'm not this body, so then how is the finger I'm moving if I'm not this body? Do you understand this logic?
Yasham tu bhagyam.
Soul is inside.
Alive, that's why body is alive. But the soul is not here, that's why body is alive.
Body is dead. Soul is there as a passenger. As a passenger seat he is sitting. Intelligence is the driver. Mind is the rein. Rein? We call the horse rein. And the 5 senses are the 5 horses. How they are running? Soul is a contingent doer. Bhagavad Gita 18 chapter 14 verse. Adhisthana tatha karta karanam cha prithaga vidam. Vividascha prithaga chesta Daivam iti panchamam. In the purport Prabhupada write, the most important in that verse is Daivam. That you are the contingent doer. 5 factor, 5 doer is there in your body. Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, 18 chapter 14 verse. But sanction of Paramatma is the ultimate. If Paramatma doesn't sanction me to move the finger, even Indra won't be able to do it. Indra actually moving my hand right now.
How he's moving my hand?
Because you are contingent doer. You know contingent doer?
She's getting confused with the... You were mentioning Advaita Acharya in the 5th chapter of Adilila. So in there, Prabhupada talks from Socrates about the different ingredient cause, material cause. So the soul is just like you're in the car.
Does I know?
What moves the car? You move the car, or the engine moves the car, or the gas pedal moves the car? So
all of them.
Different causes.
Yeah, all of them. So they are called contingent, no? In English? In English, don't they call contingent means like you are part of the pedal is required, engine is required, tire is required.
It means dependent on.
Contingent means dependent?
Dependent on.
Yeah, that's cool. That's also correct. Because driver is not enough. There has to be key. It's not enough. Engine has to run too. So everything is actually, they are interdependent. Prabhupada used the interdependent. So soul should never claim that this is my body. Krishna is also sitting inside. When you surrender, this body becomes Krishna's body. When I don't surrender, it's my body. That is false. Means karma is still there until I surrender. Surrender is over, that time this body is worshipable. That's why we worship. Spiritual master, Gurudev, our Prabhupada, why we worship their body? Their body is not them. But pure Krishna consciousness, full surrender in that body is as good as Krishna's body. But this body is more than Krishna's body, because Krishna's body is not purifying me, but this body can purify me. Krishna is using that body to purify the world. Is more important for a disciple than Krishna's body even.
Pure devotees.
Pure devotees. You found it?
It's
33.
Esham tu bhagyam.
Yes.
Mahima chutatu. Yet, even though the extent of the good fortune of these residents of Vrindavan is inconceivable, we 11 presiding deities of the various senses, headed by Lord Shiva, are also most fortunate, because the senses of these devotees of Vrindavan are the cups through which we repeatedly drink the nectarian intoxicating beverage of the honey of your lotus feet.
This is true and not true. No demigod. In spiritual body, when you move your finger, the finger itself is Pran Govinda Das. Finger is not my finger. Finger is also Pran Govinda Das. But here, this finger is not Pran Govinda Das. It belongs to demigod. But I am sitting inside, I am claiming, this is my body. Did you see how good I am?
So Brahma is thinking...
Big macho.
Brahma is thinking the same way about the...
Brahma is thinking the same way. So Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur giving the both side. Why Brahma is speaking? Because all the conditioned soul are overwhelmed, and they have this kind of Jnana Mishra, Bhakti Mishra, Yoga Mishra, all this Mishra, Bhakti. But this is not true. Brahmaji cannot drink through Lalita Devi's senses. Brahma has no access. No demigod has anything to do with the spiritual body. Spiritual body, your hair is you. Your hair is same potent as you, because that is you. There is no difference. It is not only Krishna. All Satchidananda body, all the associate has same Satchidananda body like Krishna. And all Satchidananda body cannot enjoy senses like the karmi in this world. That body is only for Krishna's service. That body, only when we develop loving service to Krishna, that body immediately will manifest. This is so sweet. That body is so nice. That body is so pure. That body, even the tree's body, we do Mangalarti. Every day we go Mangalarti, we sing. But the inner meaning of the Mangalarti has many meanings. There's two famous meanings Bhakti Siddhanta Thakur gave. Dibbad Vrindaranya Kalpa Dhrumat Srimad Ratnagara Singhasanasto Sisi Radha Sila Govinda Deva Pristali Visebhamano Smarami. Prabhupada put this in our songbook, that sloka, in our Chaitanya Charitamrita, in the different purport, this sloka is coming back again and again and again. Why? Because this is Mangalarti. The highest form of beauty between Radha and Krishna manifests when? When? Mangalarti. The highest form of attachment between these two, they're going to separate now. Just before separation, it becomes so intense. They just embrace so tightly. They don't want to separate immediately. Cuckoo! The, what do you call it? Rooster. Thank you. Rooster. Rooster comes and it becomes so intense, it's difficult. That time the gopis, they see the highest form of happiness between these two, so beautiful. Lalita Devi immediately arranged a big plate of worshipping articles. And who sings in Mangalarti? Vishakha Devi. She has the same mood of Radharani. She is born on the same day, same minute, same second, exactly. She has this emotional feeling towards Krishna through her, through Radharani. So she is a singer. Then Chitra, everybody has their job in the Mangalarti. Everybody has their job. Like, Chitra, Champaklata, who are the 8? Lalita, Vishakha, Induleka, Chitranga, Sudevi, Rangadevi, Chitra, Champaklata. These are the 8 main gopis. And they all have a function.
You said Tungavidya?
Tungavidya is there.
Yeah. I said.
Lalita, Vishakha, Induleka, Tungavidya, Sudevi, Rangadevi, and Chitra, Champaklata. 8. And 8 of them has a 8 different service. It's very nice. And all these billions of manjari came from Alachua, or they will go there. They will also be there in assisting. This is the time they will see a beauty between Radha and Krishna so much. Because they have a similar mind, similar heart, feeling with Rupa Goswami, Rupa Manjari, with Radharani's connection, then they will see the same beauty what Radharani is seeing. This is unbelievable. The highest form of attraction amongst all 5 senses is what?
Eyes.
Form. Yes. Taste is also good, touch is good, but the form catches us more than anything else. Rather, if you really want to be satisfied, you have to go to Golok Vrindavan.
Not qualities?
Yeah, qualities there all are after. But form is, Krishna's form is Krishna. Radharani's form is Radharani.
The form of Radharani.
Quality comes after. Form is first. If Radha has no form, where is her quality? Form is everything. Without form, quality, character, personality is all later. Right? Make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, now we go back to the Ekadashi. We started with Ekadashi. How did we go there? I don't know. Okay, before, can we finish this? So, because we don't know when. Everybody fold hands so we get the result of the Ekadashi every year. We're going to do it. This is Srimati Radhika told to Sadhan Siddha Gopis. In the temple also we did. That they are doing so much austerity. So Srimati Radhika just appeared. You girls work so hard to get Krishna. You will get. I'm going to bless you. And if you just repeat after me, she said, this 24 name of Ekadashi, then you will get the result of all Mahadadoshi that you ever wanted. Just by uttering the name. How cheap. I mean, not cheap. How do you say?
How
easy.
How easy, thank you. Cheap doesn't sound good. Okay. Cheap is a bad word. It's not cheap really. We are fortunate to be like this, to hear even, right?
Took a long time.
Dear our spiritual master, Srila Prabhupada, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Srimati Radharani and Krishna Chandra Bhagavan, please give us this boon as Srimati Radhika mentioned this to all Sadhan Siddha Gopi and for future Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Thakur, right? So we are the future comer, we want to go there. So please give us this benediction of all the result of doing all the Ekadashis in one shot. Number 1, Utpanna Kartika Ekadashi.
Utpanna Kartika Ekadashi.
Mokshada Agrayan Ekadashi.
Mokshada Agrayan Ekadashi.
Shafala Agrayan Krishna Ekadashi.
Shafala Agrayan Krishna Ekadashi.
Putrada Pausha Shukla Ekadashi.
Putrada Pausha Shukla Ekadashi.
It's so hard.
Shatila
Shatila
Pausha Krishna Ekadashi. Jaya Boimi Maga Shukla Ekadashi. Vijaya Maga Krishna Ekadashi. Amalaki Falguna Shukla Ekadashi. Papa Mochani Falguna Krishna Ekadashi. Kamoda Chaitra Shukla Ekadashi. Bharothini Chaitra Krishna Paksha Ekadashi. Mohini Vaishakhi Shukla Ekadashi. Apara Vaishakhi Krishna Ekadashi. Pandava Nirjala Joistha Shukla Ekadashi. Jogini Joistha Krishna Ekadashi. Sayana Ashara Shukla Padma Ekadashi. Kamini Ashara Krishna Ekadashi. Pavitra Rupini Sravana Shukla Ekadashi. Aja Annada Sravana Krishna Ekadashi. Padma Parsha Vamana Dwadashi Bhadra Shukla Ekadashi. Indira Bhadra Krishna Ekadashi. Pashana Kusha Ashvin Shukla Ekadashi. Rama Ashvin Krishna Ekadashi. Prabodhini Ekadashi. Padmini Ekadashi. Parama Ekadashi. Jai Srimati Radharani ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Mahaprabhu ki jai. Nitai Gaur Premanande. Okay. So this is the result of the whole year, all the Dadoshis in one shot. But we like to do it in every Ekadashi chanting, so we get double, triple, quadruple result. No harm, more result. Now today is the Sattila Ekadashi. We are not going to discuss the pastimes of Smartho story of Ekadashi, because in that story there is a result. There is no harm. Those who are Hindu, if they follow it. But there is a two Ekadashi we should remember. The Hindus does not follow the Ekadashi we follow. We follow Ekadashi on the proper conjunction of the sunrise, exact moment where it is touching the planet, or touching American land, touching Alachua land, or touching the whole global land. So there is a different calculation. The Smartho, some or other, they don't understand this concept. That only Vaishnava understand. That's why we have a different day of Ekadashi in India and here. But Smartho one day. Because the sun hits the planet, they consider that is Ekadashi. But we don't take it like this. We take when sun hits the Alachua or something like this, this area, Florida. Then that day, sunrise, we follow Ekadashi. Like this morning sun hits, Ekadashi began. Until tomorrow sun rise, exact time in Alachua land. Something like this. So we are more specific. What's the reason? Reason is, If you do the Ekadashi of the Hindus way, which was yesterday, then you go to heaven and you can meet the lady. Her name is Mohini. She is the most beautiful girl who came to bewilder Rukmangada and Chitrangada. Rukmangada and Chitrangada is a famous. When in heaven, it is not that Indra is like Indra is being used by Lord Krishna to establish a point that being the king of heaven, you can still suffer. He suffers so much, poor guy. Not a poor guy, that is his position. He should suffer because he's proved this by committing offense to his guru and how everything takes place like this. But here is the case that anybody does Ekadashi, we should respect them. Anybody does this Vaishnava Ekadashi because literally they are liberated on that position. You may say, oh, I don't see it. You may not see it because of the contamination. You remember Ramanujacharya's story? That how some of his disciples had a doubt about their... Sounds familiar? Yeah. A lot of devotee has a doubt. They don't tell you. They doubt. I'm chanting so many decades. Nothing happening. What's supposed to happen? I'm hearing it, but I don't see it. So something like this. So that you see the repetition of the same, so many stories are coming like this in the different acharyas' time. Those devotees are always there. Majority, they have a doubt. Something supposed to happen, I'm not seeing it. So these disciples, they come and they ask, Gurudev, we don't see what's supposed to happen. We're supposed to be liberated. We don't see liberation. So Ramanujacharya, he took prasadam. And then after that, he took the remnants. And then generally they bring water to wash his hand. There were a demon in the temple. So don't be surprised if there is some inimical in a form of a devotee. Don't be surprised. Ramanujacharya's life is so, vivid. Vivid, like clear. Like this lady never touched sannyasi. But this lady has so much affection, love, disciple. She saw this husband also in the conspiracy, and he's a priest. The whole conspiracy within the priest, in the temple, can you believe? Against the guru of the temple. Hare Krishna. Now you say Hare Krishna. Sometimes it's not that bad sometime. But this is even worse. You read the story. Then this lady comes, she served the prasadam. She's an old lady disciple. But these days she's touching Gurudev's nail. With the nail she's writing, like really hurting him. Some, not in English, in Telugu language. This is poison. And she's offering the food. It is just came from the altar of the Ranganathji. Narayan just ate, the prasadam came. There's no poison, right? But Ramanujacharya, he's acting. He's a Trikaloka. He knows past, present, future. So he's looking. Then he saw, this disciple lady never touches my feet like this. Unless there is a Besa Puja day you bathe. Even that ladies generally don't come. But she is like a pinching, almost like a blood should come out or something. She's writing heavily. So, but he understood. Because of her love. She can't see this scenery, but there's a conspiracy. If she let it out, they will kill her. She won't be able to serve.
She's obliged to do it.
So she's obliged to do it. So Ramanujacharya says, he called his disciple. They're a famous disciple, Kuresh. We should know those names. They're very, very famous. Srila Prabhupada writes in Chaitanya Chaitamrita Adilila 10 in a purport that we took 108 things from Ramanujacharya. Very famous. One of these is this story actually. All this 108 has a pastime. That's etiquette. So Ramanujacharya told his disciple, I'm not feeling very hungry today. But this dog outside, I'm seeing it. I want you to feed the dog right now. And they went, the dog loves the food. Dog ate and died instantly. So Ramanujacharya, everybody was like shocked. Because those 5 priests in the temple are watching, from far. They don't want to be part of the what do you call, bad conspiracy. But they are the one who is doing that. But they pressured her, if you don't do it, we'll kill you. But they are watching from far. And the Ramanujacharya always has hundreds of disciples all the time, like Prabhupada, like always the devotees following him. So they are watching, but Gurudev is not eating today. This is unusual. He always eat, honor. But today he is not going to eat. So they fed the dog just died. Instantly he ate and died. So is it a Mahaprasad or not Mahaprasad?
It is.
It is?
It is.
And it is not?
It is.
Oh, well, I guess it wasn't offered with devotion. So it's not. Unless they poisoned it and then someone else offered it and they didn't know.
It is when he gives
So it still could have been offered
Well,
with sincere devotion.
Did you notice 50% agreeing, 50% not agreeing?
I don't think I fully understand the logistics to say.
That's good, but you are contemplating. I appreciate that. You are at least thinking. This is to be understood from the scientific way. Because Krishna consciousness is scientific. If you have a perception as a prasadam, and you really take as a mercy of Lord, then it will act as a prasadam. The highest abuse in this world is what for a mother? What is the highest abuse a mother can do? Feed the child what? Poison. Generally, you don't expect this. That's why it is the highest form of abuse, you can say. But Hiranyakashipu told Kayadu, his wife, you are Dharmapatni or you are Matri Sulabha? This is the question. In a commentary of Bhagavatam 7th Canto, you can read very nicely. Vinaragavacharya, they are explaining this. Hiranyakashipu made, are you Dharmapatni? Say, yes. You going to do everything your husband tells you? Yes, I am. I am chaste wife. I am not unchaste. Then you have to do what I want you to do. You give this poison to Prahlad and I want to witness from far that you are doing it. It was so... This is the highest abuse you can... Hiranyakashipu is the genius. I love him, really. You know why I love him? Because he did everything people cannot even imagine. Just to prove that point that he failed. He did every torture that anybody can imagine. He did really good to a devotee like Prahlad. And Prahlad, how he was protected. So at that time, Prahlad Maharaj, he did not take it wrong way. His knowledge that anything is provided to his life as a mercy of God. And he saw always the mercy of God. And he literally, mentally offered it. Like Hansudut Maharaj, he's walking with Prabhupada and there was a little apple tree. And he just plucked, Prabhupada just plucked. And he looked at it, very nice apple. And nobody knows what he was doing just for a moment. And then he started biting. And then Hansudut Maharaj, at that time he was a sannyasi and big preacher. He said, Prabhupada, you didn't offer. Now you may say, this is not a good etiquette, but I'm glad he did it. I know this is not a good etiquette to ask your guru, challenging your guru. But I'm glad he did. You know why? Because something Prabhupada says, I would probably never hear if he didn't ask. So I'm appreciating at the same time, this is not a good attitude to challenge always. Did you think of chanting Krishna Prabhupada? Or something like that. This is not a proper etiquette, but it is good that he asked. Prabhupada said, I am a sannyasi. What is your sannyasi? What is our offering system? I did not know. Believe or not, before I heard that first time, I did not know. He told us personally in here. And he says, then Prabhupada told him, we should know that. You took sannyas. Your deity is not in the temple. Temple deity is for the grihasthas. And sannyasi's deity is in the heart. They carry the Bhagavan in their heart. Otherwise they should not be even sannyasi. Sannyasi means one who has bhav in the heart. They worship the Lord. So Prabhupada said, every time I take something, I always offer. But your eye could not see it. That is the only difference. Sannyasi never. Offering is eternal. Sannyasi always offering in their heart the Lord. But not the way we offer as a grihastha. For us, deity is compulsory. Otherwise we won't even get up for Mangalarti. So deity is compulsory in every grihastha's life. But sannyasi doesn't need a deity externally because they are carrying. But if sometimes they want to manifest the deity outside, so they carry deity also. That's also correct. So like this, Prabhupada answered him. So this is the understanding that if the perception is right, then Prahlad Maharaj was offering everything that comes. Did Prahlad Maharaj know this is poison? No. Because Mother Koyadu was so traumatized. She could not even move. She didn't know what to do. She cannot imagine Prahlad would drink, but she doesn't want to disobey the rules of Sukracharyas from the Karma Kanda section. Wife must be rigidly following the... She was not born in American to stand for right, you know. They say, well, in India also ladies nowadays they come out and they do it. Sometimes they are worse than American ladies. They say. Somebody was telling me. Anyway, you hear the gossip from some senior devotee sometimes. Never mind, don't worry about it. But the devotee just throws something, you know. Did you hear Pran Govinda? He said, what? He said, some women in Bombay, they did it. I said, why are you telling me all this? He said, well, just news. I said, okay, news. But he's a senior devotee, you have to hear it, so it's okay. So it's very funny.
Hear and speak so much Katha.
I know. But the point is that she did not know the inner essence of the Shastra. But the Kula Guru, their dynasty Guru is who? Sukracharya. And Prabhupada gave a definition of Sukracharya, right? He is Acharya of? No. Semen. You didn't hear that lecture? Prabhupada says that.
What?
Yeah, Sukra means semen. Their Guru Parampara from father to son. Not the essence Shiksha. Their Guru Parampara come from my father was a Guru, I am Guru. My son is Guru. Like this. This is called Sukracharya's dynasty. And Prabhupada says this. Sukra means semen. This is the semen Acharya. Prabhupada said, I'm not kidding. I heard this personally in my ear. So, because that's what the meaning actually also says. Sukra Acharya. I don't know why he got that name even. He comes from the Brahma's actually great-grandson. Sukracharya. He married Priyabrata's daughter. He's all related. He's a great devotee. Anyway. So then Prahlad Maharaj did not know. So he offered it. It transformed into nectar. Krishna, Suddha Satta. Poison. Why? Because poison cannot be offered to Krishna. But when pure devotee offer with the love, that poison is what Shakti? Sandhini. Sandhini covered by these three modes causes poison is out immediately by the bhakti of Prahlad. Then it transformed into nectar. So he drank nectar. He got nourished. Was not poison. But this Ramanujacharya wanted to establish the point that how dangerous the disciple can become sometime. That they go against. You know why they were against? Because he was initiating outside the Brahmana.
That's it.
That's it for you, because you are born in the West.
And also because the guru that he took shelter was
because outcast. No, you will not understand. In America born actually, I don't mean to judge you, but you will not understand really so much. Maybe you will understand like that lady I was using the example. She said, this caste system is so bad. I said, no, you don't know the origin. You should know the origin, then you say it. The modern caste system is bad. Caste system is installed by Krishna. It will never go away. So I gave her the example. I said, you have a daughter? She said, yes. How many? 2. One daughter is 11, one daughter is 16. I said, very good. There is a serial rapist just entered into neighbor. And that guy is so nice, he wants to play with your daughter. You should be nice. Jesus says, treat your neighbor the way you should be treated. Show your Christian religion. The neighbor is very nice. He's a serial rapist. What does it matter? He's a human. He's a neighbor. Treat him like let him play with your daughter. Will you do it? And it attacked her. She said, no. I said, caste system is like this. You think caste system is low and high from your angle. No, caste system means those who are drug addict, alcoholic. Original system is they are so much addicted that they cannot do Brahmanical job. Therefore, they should never read Veda. It is not a fanatic. It is a origin is very nice. Why Krishna created this four Varna? Varnashram is eternal. Varnashram cannot be destroyed. But it can be temporarily perverted or
distorted.
Yeah. But it is eternal. Varnashram is eternal. So like this, so the caste system is origin is beautiful actually. When you feel as a girl, I'm going to use somebody, Mother Mahendra. When you find a man that you saw your entire life, he has given you physically, mentally, spiritually, emotionally, intellectually, so much so that more than you ever wanted. And if that person dies, your separation from that person will be worse living than dying. Therefore, origin why the wife would throw themselves in the fire with the husband, it makes sense. Shastra says, you're not agreeing because you don't see it. If you really see it, you will do it. Because we live for love. We don't live for just to stay alive or to breathe.
But Prabhu, if it's the flip, then the guy just gets another wife?
What?
Like if it's the flip side, like if
What do you mean,
a
flip
man, like if a man's wife dies, then he can just get another wife and replace her role.
If he is feeling the same thing with her, he can also do the same thing.
Is there like stories about that? Or?
Oh yes, very very big famous story. Not today. There is a very very famous story. You remember Satyavana and Savitri? Yeah. Prabhupada mentioned that part of that story. Satyavana and Savitri, what is that story? It's the same thing. How much dedication for husband and wife? There's so many stories. Yes.
She has the same question I have. We're not supposed to kill ourselves, yeah? We're supposed to...
No. You're not killing. You're not killing. You live for love. This is the principle.
Yeah.
If you love, it's disturbed to a misery. Try to understand this. This is a very nice, you know the famous verse, 10th canto, you write down, 10.14.
33.
No. 10.14. You have it? Brahmana para udbhote Krishna yan prema katham bhavet ja abhuta purva kesu sa udbhaveshu katham. King Parishit asked to Sukdev Goswami, what is this love these gopi mothers developed? No, what? Sorry, no, not like this. The translation goes, how this gopi developed for Lord Krishna, who happened to be somebody else's son, an unprecedented love which they never experienced from their own son. Very nice translation. What is that this gopi mother developed for Lord Krishna, who is happened to be somebody else's son? A particular unprecedented love that they never experienced from their own son. This is the question. And then answer is given. Why do we live? And if you, I'm not kidding. I checked my own existence, life. Why do I live? It's 100% Bhagavatam answering. 100%, not 99.9. 7 sloka. after this answer Sukdev Goswami is giving. First class answer. Nobody, even atheist, will agree with it. That we live for love. This principle is Bhagavatam principle. Sukdev Goswami is saying. And this principle that we always live for love. Wherever we feel welcome and feel happy, that association will go again. And if we are not welcome, we are not really feeling comfortable, we may not go next time. Yeah. And if it's dangerous, we won't even think about it. You can go this way, that way, but everybody will come to the Krishna consciousness. Mm-hmm. Because even atheists will live for that principle.
So it doesn't answer the question.
No, this is one of the seven. One of the seven you are inquiring.
You said 10.
But I feel like it is not justification if I just say that's one. You have to break it down how actually it manifests. But before that I'll come back. She is raising hand so many times. Yes?
Well, I think it's got to be a specific situation in each case. It's a story in Bhagavatam, which I don't remember the names, where her husband passed away and it was a beautiful relationship and she just wanted to go and kill herself too. And I don't know if Nala Muni or who is the one that comes and tells her that body doesn't belong to you, that belongs to Krishna. And who knows if that's not your husband either. Last life, just a soul. Who knows if that wasn't your husband in that past life. Once you're gone and no relationship is there. So that's why I asked. There's got to be different situations.
And also, why is it different between the sati killing and somebody else? Many people commit suicide, so-called for love.
Right. That's
so
not
what?
for love.
And that's
Okay.
bad. But the sati is.
Okay, let's go back one analogy, one by one. Before somebody kills herself or himself, whatever, that person, what is the cause of that killing?
No more.
They have no reason to live.
No law.
No reason.
No, that's not enough.
See, the pain is so intolerable. The pain is.
The existence, we live for love. You cannot change it. This is the principle. We should remember. We live for love. We cannot be separated from love. Feeling happiness is our existence. That person, existence, become so miserable, so painful. They do not want to die, but they want to exit from that existence. That exit door of that existence is called suicide. Whether is a believer or not believer, it doesn't matter. Srila Sukdev Goswami give 100% perfect scientific this 10th canto 14th chapter so nicely. It is not Brahma's prayers. After Brahma's prayer is over. You found it?
14?
10, 14, 30. No, not 30. I'm talking about 50. Brahmana. Anyway, I know the sloka.
13.
Okay, go to 54. You will find one of the answer. 54, first answer started.
Really?
That how Sri Krishna is the Atma, soul of all soul.
Satyagyan. That one?
Krishnam. No, first is Krishnam. Krishnam ayam. You know how I remember? Because I remember the translation. So I put the Sanskrit sloka, I'm familiar, that's why then Krishna helps, Prabhupada helps you to memorize it. Krishnam ayam ebahi. Krishnam ayam ebahi. Atmanam akhila atmanam. Found it? 10, 14, 54. Krishna ayam evahi.
So you said 13.
13 what? Chapter? I said 13? Oh, I'm sorry.
14.
You said
14. 10, 14. Anyway, so this point is true. Just like you love America.
It's maybe not a good example.
No. Can somebody act like a Corby?
We love Disney World.
Act like a Corby. Can you? You like America, why?
Disneyland.
No, I'm asking him. You really think because within America there is a place called Alachua. You are comfortable in Alachua, so you love America. You don't live all over America, are you?
55.
No. 55? Oh, 55.
Krishna
Okay.
Menam
Krishna Menam
Avihi
Tvam Atmanam Akhila Atmanam
Jagad Diyataya
Jagad
Sopi
Hitaya
Atra Dehi Bhavati Mayaya.
Dehi Bhavati Maya. Translation?
You should know Krishna to be the original soul of all living entities. For the benefit of the whole universe, he has, out of his causeless mercy, appeared as an ordinary human being. He has done this by the strength of his internal potency.
Okay. Atmanam Akhila Atmanam, this verse. If you just read the translation, you won't get it. You have to break it down. Then you'll say, wow, this is like a candy. You want to taste it. Atmanam Akhila Atmanam. He is the root cause of all. You love America because you live in Alachua, which is in America, and you feel comfortable in this house. Yes?
Yes.
So you say, I love America. But you don't know everything about America. But you say it because you live here. Why do you love Alachua? Because you have a house in Alachua, so you feel comfortable in this house. Why you love this house?
Because it gratifies your senses.
No. You have a body. You have a body. That body feels comfortable in this house. You break down like slowly. Why you love this body? No, because I. Don't give negative. Go yourself. I, the soul, reside in this body. So I love the body. This is scientific. This is not some philosophy. This is reality. Why do you love the soul? Why you love yourself? The verse before that, 54, says, in Atma Indriyanam. Because I love my soul. Why do you love yourself, soul? Why?
My soul is Krishna.
No, because it's a part of Krishna.
Part of Krishna.
Atmanam Akhila Atmanam. If we are not part of Krishna, not possible to love even ourselves. But when you go now up till this point, you love yourself as a soul, is the material love. You divide it. So you love America because you live in Alachua, you like Alachua. You like Alachua because you have a house in Alachua and you are happy with it. You love the house in the Alachua in the house you love because
you live in body
because your body is comfortable in this house. You love your body because
my soul is
not my soul, I am the soul. You're talking about Christian. That's why they say they have a soul. I say, no, you are the soul. I don't have a soul. I am the soul. So I, the soul, lives in the body.
I, the soul, lives.
Good. So why you love yourself? Now come to the spiritual. Up to this is material love. Now the soul love the soul because it's a part of Supreme Soul. Not Krishna yet. Supreme Soul. Why you like any form in this world? Because Krishna has that form. Why you like any flavor in this world? Because it's coming from him. Any girl or boy that you like that looks beautiful, anybody in this world, whether Julia Roberts or Richard Gere, whatever. I'm just throwing the name, don't take it personally. Richard Gere, some people don't like it, but anyway. But if you say you like them, why? Because Krishna has this same thing. Any attraction anybody has, it's all him. So when you turn towards Paramatma, you lose attraction for yourself. Because you only a branch now. Now you are completing. No more branch. When that Paramatma attraction goes to Krishna, then you are so overwhelmed, you forget your own needs. That is called real sacrifice.
Can you repeat that again?
That sacrifice, self-forgetfulness is higher than self-sacrifice. The gopis, Brajavasis are self-forgetfulness. They never ever think they need something. They never. Why? Because of this. Atmanam Akhila Atmanam. Krishna is the origin of all happiness. He has complete. This is not possible anybody to ever challenge this. When now you go backward. Now let's come to the external world.
Yeah.
Prabhu, you love America, why? Act like a corny. Come on, tell me. Because you live in Alachua?
Sure.
Now I am an Iraqi guy. Become an American what do you call patriot? Patriot. Can you become a patriot? I am from Iraq. I hate America. I didn't say I hate you. How do you feel?
Indifferent. I don't know.
No, you cannot act like a You cannot act like a, you married a sannyasi. Hey, you married a sannyasi. Remember that. You married a sannyasi. Who can act like a karmi? Can you act like a karmi for a minute?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, sure.
Okay. Become a patriot American.
Okay, I'm a patriot.
I am Iraqi. Ah, Mr. Americana. I hate America. I didn't know if you are American or not. I didn't know, but I'm just throwing it. I hate America. How do you feel as a patriot American?
Insulted.
Yeah.
Little more?
Insulted.
Little more?
Steal your oil.
Little more? No, little more.
You want to punch
I want to steal your oil.
No, something you have to say. Don't you feel I hate you?
Sure. Yeah.
Yes. This is the bottom line. You come to that point. If you did not feel this, I hate America, that means I'm American, he hates me. I did not say I hate you. I said I hate America. But your expansion went so far to the country, that time you will kill other people for the country. This is the grossest attachment, originally for Krishna, but they expand it as an outsider. That's why young boys and girls in America goes to the war, or Indian goes to Pakistan and kill. They have nothing to do with the country, but yes, they do. Because they identify like this.
Wow, this is nice.
This is very fact. This 7 sloka.
53 is nice.
Oh yeah, all of them.
So if a person comes to the stage of considering the body mine instead of me, he will certainly not consider the body as dear as his own self. After all, even as the body is growing old and useless, one's desires to continue living remains strong.
This is true. In America you can see right now, there's old people, they're going through chemotherapy. Why?
Desire to.
And if you ask them, they know that there is a death, but they don't want to give up living in that body.
Not yet.
Huh?
Not yet. Not yet.
Later.
Not yet.
They know there is death coming, but just not right now. Maybe a little later.
After my grandchildren.
90 years old man in La Crosse, he came, he's walking, very nice guy. I said, so do you fear of death? No, I'm not afraid of death. I said, then why are you taking the chemotherapy? Well, I don't want to die. I said, you are afraid of death. No, I'm not afraid of death. I said, then why are you taking the chemotherapy? I asked you.
Self-preservation.
Self-preservation. Very good. Everybody together. Self-centeredness and self-preservation is the first thing to love self. Now there is a danger in that sloka. This is a translation of the Sukdev Goswami sloka. Self-centeredness, self-preservation is the first thing to love self. But if the self is identified as a body, big problem. If the self is identified as a soul, perfect. Because Prabhupada also quoted this. Say, Natai vidu sarthagati me Vishnu. He quoted these bars, many lecture I heard. He said, one should be selfish. American people, they're trying to be nice, They say, we don't like selfish. I say, what is self? Oh, if I have a spare toy, I should give it away at Christmas time. I say, this is not self. Self is a servant of God. That is self. Self is not an American. That is a body. So there is a problem. It will never satisfy you. It will never satisfy. So we never said the story of the... It's 9 o'clock.
Okay, the answer. Some people can kill themselves on other stones.
I've never heard a story.
Can kill myself.
It is not possible somebody to kill self unless we come to this understanding that it is never possible somebody to kill own body unless the misery condition. We live for love. We should never forget this, right? But my living so disturbed, it is worse to live than exit the door. They do not kill themselves, but it appears like they are killing. They think they will get out of the exit door, then they will be happy. But because they have ignorance, they take the ghost body, they suffer more. Wow. Why? Prabhupada also said in Bhagavad Gita, Bhutani Janti Bhutejja. In that verse, if you look at in the purport, Prabhupada says, the ghost body must suffer because human body is given for some discipline work. And they want to, what they call, Prabhupada used the word, abuse God's law. So therefore they must be punished as a ghost. Just like mother give time out to a child. It is love. It is not a punishment really. But the child thinks it is punishment. Same thing. Yes?
But this sati ceremony, that was part of Vedic culture? Or that was...
Satis.
Yeah, like
Sati has nothing to do with this. Sati is Vedic cultures.
So this is
100%.
not the same like suicide?
No, Sati did not commit suicide because of her husband.
No, I'm talking about not her. I'm talking about every woman going to the fire. Because
Not every woman. Those women feels. If this man, if you feel...
So
No.
this is not suicide?
What?
So this is not suicide? This is
Suicide?
Not, yeah, this
No.
is not the same?
No.
She's asking if those women who have that feeling for their husbands,
Like you have a feeling for
to
him.
live in this world than to go on.
Just like you have a feeling for him. And if you can imagine that your existence will be so miserable without him. Then in the Manu Samhita very clearly, vividly explained, the soul wants to depart and be with that other soul, can enter where he is going, you will go there.
So when I'm going to the fire, it's not...
No. If you have that feeling, you want to be always his wife. You want to serve him because his feeling for you is no man can give. Then with that feeling, when you give up your body with his body in the, what you call, fire. That time both you enter to one place, same place.
Then you know the ghost, it's not considered suicide.
No.
That's what we were asking.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That was the question.
Okay.
Now, does the man have the option
No.
to say, I know you entered the fire, but you can have it over there now?
You're now hurting her. You're going to get beaten up tonight.
She knows that.
She's again, she's not going to do it anyways.
No, she knows it.
This is funny. But Sati did not die because of her husband. Sati did not die because of Shiva. Sati died because of the principle of insulting a Mahabhagavat. Happened to be her husband. She did not die just because husband is insulted. She died because Shiva's position. If anybody do not respect Shiva's position, even as a Vaishnava, we must suffer. Shiva is Vaishnavanam Jatasambhu, greatest of all Vaishnava. We should never. I can't believe it's 9 o'clock. I really don't know. We should do Akrura, but next week.
Okay.
No, next week is the Acharya.
Next week is Advaita Acharya. Thank you. Gaura Premanande Hari Hari Bol. Shuddha Bhakata Charanareno Bhajanaya Nukula Shuddha Bhakata Charanareno Bhajanaya Nukula Bhakata Seva Parama Siddhi Prema Late Karamula Bhakata Seva Parama Siddhi Prema Late Karamula Asudha Madhavati se bhakti janani jatane palana kare Madhavati se bhakti janani jatane palana kare Krishna basati bale paramaya dare bari Krishna basati bale paramaya dare bari Gauraya marge sabdane karala brahmana range Gauraya marge sabdane karala brahmana range Keshabastana heri bayami pranai bhakata samge Keshabastana heri bayami pranai bhakata samge Mitambata sunite mana abasara sada jate Mitambata sunite mana abasara sare jate Gaura bihita kitana suni anandari dayanate Gaura bihita kitana suni anandari dayanate Jugala moti dekhi amara paramaya nindahaya Jugala moti dekhi amara paramaya nindahaya Prasada seva kari devaya Sakala Prasada seva kari devaya Sakala Prapanyadaya Jedin nage bhajan dekhi kriyate golaka bhaya Jedin nage bhajan dekhi kriyate golaka bhaya Charan sedu dekhiya ganga sukana sima Charan sedu dekhiya ganga sukana sima Tulasi dekhi juraya prana Madhava to shani jani Tulasi dekhi juraya prana Madhava to shani jani Prati divas Gaura priya sadhake bane Jaya Gaura priya sadhake bane Divana Bhakti vinada Krishna bhajane Anukula kaya jaha Bhakti vinada Krishna bhajane Anukula kaya jaha Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare I need a ride. Who's going there? You going?
Yeah.